And just like that, we are live, everybody. Welcome to the Patrick Carr Show. We've got, of course, Anthony behind over here, behind the camera. We appreciate y'all joining us. Very happy with the numbers that we see for the last couple of months and just appreciate everybody having the opportunity to join the show. If it's your first time, a couple million views over the last couple of months. It's we finally reached the 2 million mark, Anthony, which is a great accomplishment for me, you, for the team, all of us, right? For Griffin, who's down here below. And it's your first time joining us, please. We try to bring you some interesting news that you're going to want to know about in your day. Not the stuff you see on let's say the traditional or legacy media, but stuff that's going to be local and also national news. The things that people are talking about or that you should know. I want to start off today's show, though, Anthony, talking about something that is important for Central Florida homeowners and parents to know. The fact is this, everybody. Kids and families are flocking out of Orange County, Florida, and the numbers show it. It looks like we are going to have a $27 million deficit this year in Orange County public schools. Why? Because 3,000 kids have decided we ain't going to Orange County schools anymore, Anthony. They're flocking to other areas right now because families don't want to be in Orange County. It's because, again, poor leadership, too expensive, and they'd rather go to schools in other counties. And I'm going to tell you, it shows with the population. Listen to this. We've got Osceola, population up 13% in 3 years. Lake up 8%. It's cheaper for families to go there than it is to live in Orange County. And what you got a lot of right now is Orange County Mayor like Deming saying, oh, look, people are flocking to Central Florida. Central Florida is not Orange County, everybody. It includes all of the other counties around us as well. And what these people are doing is they're hiding it. They're hiding the failed leadership of Orlando and Orange County behind Fadagi numbers of Orange versus Central Florida. And so what I want people to understand is, where is the population growth coming from in Central Florida? Well, for Orange County, it's coming from people internationally coming here, people who can afford to live in the county. And then what they're doing is they're sending their kids to public schools or using school vouchers. And so these public schools don't have any money anymore because the kids don't want to go there and people don't want to live in Orange County. They want to go someplace where they can actually afford to live. They want to go someplace where there's actually going to be people that care about them, where they can feel safe in the streets. And right now, you don't got that anywhere. We just did a story yesterday, Anthony, that Orange County is going to be releasing illegal immigrants who commit crimes earlier to ICE. That's just a fact. Now, they can blame it on a budget shortfall, but how many times, we got 2 stories in 2 days about budgets shortfalls for Orange County? It would seem to me at some point someone's got to stop blaming Orange County residents and start taking responsibility for failed leadership at every local level between Orlando and Orange County.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And they're just we keep seeing it over and over again, where it's just flip-flopping the names, thinking that we wouldn't notice. Be like, oh, Central Florida public schools are going up, but no,
They do it all the time. People, take notice of this. Next time you read a story that has to do with Orlando, they'll always switch around the names in the middle of the story. If it wants to make Orlando look good, it'll say, well, Central Florida stats show. Or if they want to make Orlando look bad, they'll say Orlando shows. You can't interchange these names anymore. Orange County is different than Lake County, Seminole County, different than Osceola or Volusia. We have to begin to understand what is going on at a county and a city level if we want to make change here, because it's not the same story is not happening in Lake County that is happening in Orange County right now. Leadership is failing us time and time again. Small businesses don't want to be there, and the numbers are showing it now in public schools. Kids are leaving because families are leaving. And who's left holding the bag? All the rest of the people of us who live in Orange County. And this right here is a great example of what happens when you have leadership that doesn't support small businesses. Yeah. Who do you think keeps families employed? Small businesses, everybody. And when those people say, you know what, I'm going to move my business out to Lake County Where do you think the people that are employed by that live or leave? Or they go to Lake County. They get an apartment out there. They start saying, hey, you know what? I'm not going to go ahead and frequent the restaurants and the bars and whatever else there might be in Orange County because I don't live there anymore. This to me is just, it's how many stories do we have to do before the leadership at the county and city level, Orange County and Orlando, finally take responsibility that they just suck at their job? And for me, I don't understand how people can begin to continue to make excuses for them. And I know we're covering a lot of local stories about this, but it's just because the numbers are so glaring, Anthony, that for me, it pisses me off. And I wish there was more attention that was being paid.
Yeah, definitely agree.
It's just every day we can do a story about this.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're hoping that right now people begin to wake up to what is going on right now inside of Orange County. Next story that we've got is a popular one, everyone. And we're talking about UPS. And I've got to tell you, UPS is going to lose to Amazon. Every one of you out there who think are so loyal to UPS, stop. Why am I talking about this? Well, for years, everybody, Amazon was UPS' single biggest customer. In 2025, UPS decided to push Amazon away on purpose. It cut the business by more than half to chase bigger profits. Everything that we can read means that the packages that were being shipped from Amazon through UPS just had low margins. So UPS decided, hey, listen, you know what? We're going to go after larger profit items. We're going to go after stuff like automobiles and medical. So we're going to go after those categories instead of working with Amazon right here. Everybody who thinks, oh, this is such a great move. Look, they weren't making any money. Let me tell you what's really going to happen here. What really happened is that over the last 5 years, UPS just opened itself up and said, hey, Amazon, just go ahead and see exactly how we do everything, exactly where our weaknesses are, where you can take advantage of them, and understand our complete logistical system. And Amazon went, got it. Okay, and now Amazon has built 80,000 trailers and 100 planes strong as of May the 4th. And now they're saying, we don't need you anymore, UPS. And you know what they're going to do? Amazon is getting into the logistics game. And I told you this. If you give me the option to ship a package through Amazon, UPS, FedEx, or the United States Postal Service, I'm going Amazon all the way 3 times a day because I know that they're dependable, more dependable than what UPS or FedEx or surely the post office is. So now that they're going to go compete against the exact company that understands their weaknesses the most, good luck with that, UPS. It's not going to work well for you. You let the fox into the hen house, and now you're going to pay the price. No doubt about that in my mind.
I know we got from our first story, got a lot of messages from a bunch of UPS drivers, and I think, what was it? One of them mentioned to you like, oh, the true story was because like Amazon, there's like a certain number of like deliveries that they can like profit that they can make from being a driver, and so like the Amazon wasn't as much profit for them, but at the end of the day, I think if they kept a good relationship with Amazon, even though it might be cheaper, I feel like it was a good thing for UPS to keep it for them. Even
I think that what happened here is maybe even a no-win situation for UPS. Because during the downturn of when we had COVID, right, everybody's shipping packages. Amazon needed packages to be sent. So where did they turn to? Well, they turned to UPS and did a great contract, and UPS won from that, right? But what Amazon did is they go, hold on, why are we paying somebody else? We can do it ourselves. And they slowly built up their fleet with the understanding of logistics from the number one logistical company there is in the world. And they're just sitting there taking in all of that information as they build in their own fleet. Eventually, they get to the point where they go, you know what? We're not going to give you much to be able to send these packages. And UPS went, that's not fair. It's not profitable for us. We're going to end this relationship and show you. And then Amazon's sitting there going, wow, you really showed us. Great. We'll take it from here. Hold my beer real quick. All right. Because they already understand the logistics of it. And those people who are defending UPS and saying, oh man, I'll tell you, they're going to survive and we got this. And no, you don't. You're fighting a no-win battle. UPS is going to go under. FedEx will be first. The only shot they got in the world, if they can make it happen, if you get UPS and FedEx to maybe team up together, I don't know if the Trade Commission would even allow that, just for, collusion or for a monopoly, but you're not going to be able to compete with Amazon now. And what UPS is saying is that they're going to go and they want to compete in, what they say here, they want to go to medical, they want to go to automobile, they want to go to large packages is where they want to get into, because they feel like that's going to make up the difference in the cash flow that they missed with Amazon. Hey, UPS, where do you think Amazon's going to go to next? They obviously are already dominating the package market because you don't have any of it now because everything is shipped via UPS or shipped from Amazon. Where do you think they're going to go to expand? There is no way to win right now if you are UPS, unless you can find a specialty that Amazon doesn't want to get into. Then maybe you've got a chance to last for a little bit longer. Profits are going to fall. People know it. Sell UPS right now. Amazon is about to wipe the floor with them.
Honestly, Amazon's built just a great infrastructure in like the last 20, 15 years. Is crazy because what they have Whole Foods. If your package is bad, you just resend it to them or give it to them, and you don't even have to repackage and do that whole BS with all that stuff. And it's so easy with that.
You ever get like an Amazon package? I got shoes that were the wrong size. These exact shoes right here the other day. It's so easy to get them returned. It's so nice. They just pick it right. It's like easy. Yeah. They make it so much easier than even UPS does.
And it's even crazy too, because besides like all the delivery trucks they have now too, like if you do something Prime, I've seen just people in regular cars just tearing your package. It's like, damn, they're working.
Yep. they get people. It.
Yeah.
Like your UPS is so far behind. They're going to try to do this game where, okay, like don't one panic because we have other markets that we can move into. We can take market share in other markets where there are less developed logistical players. Okay. I get it. But that's not going to make up for the fact that Amazon's going to come into those markets too. And so you're just going to be holding on if you're UPS. And I get it for drivers and for employees of UPS. Everything that I can read from the comments section that we got before, we got a lot of comments from UPS people on TikTok and on Instagram. They all love the company. I can tell they're drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm sorry that your company is going to fail, but it is.
I can attest to, because I'll say UPS is probably a really good company to work for.
Me too. I agree with you.
Amazon, it might be a great business, but oh man, I worked at Amazon when it was COVID, and I'll tell you what, worst job ever. That's the only job I've ever been fired.
You worked at Amazon?
Yeah, because I worked at Discovery Cove, and so during COVID they weren't open, so I was essentially like laid off for a couple months until like they opened back up. But I needed money, so I was like, oh, let me work at Amazon.
Wow.
And so I worked at their warehouse.
What was it like?
It was hell. It was like because I worked at the warehouse and worked there for about like a month, 2 months maybe or something. But it was just like you're a number. You're not even a person. It was just you work, and it was just the worst.
God, man.
And it was I think I worked from like 8 p.m. to like 5 a.m.
Bro, I'm not working you nearly hard enough here. Now you're telling me you'll work like that? I mean, we can stay here all night and you can work. I mean, we'll never end the show. I didn't know you were willing to do that. That's what you're telling me? Shoot.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. Oh, shoot.
Nighttime.
Yeah, now your nighttime shift begins. We're doing double shifts now. You can stay here with me till 10 o'clock at night. Man. And if y'all don't know, Anthony's the sharpest dresser there is, man. I mean, seeing you walk around a warehouse, I can't see that, man. We need to keep you in here. All right. We need to keep it with the dogs, and Anthony just needs to be right here. Yeah, but I agree with you though. If you're rooting for a company, you're rooting for UPS. Like, I feel like a fan of UPS, but yet I know that my team is severely overmatched going into the series, and we're just trying to hold on, maybe make it interesting with like a 3-1 series. Like if we could just hold on. But we don't have the skill set. We don't have the coaching. We've got a great fan base. All right. And we know we've got a couple games at home where we can try to hold on for a little bit. That's all we got if we're UPS.
It's like those Air Bud movies, or it's like you got like the ragtag team, but then you got the other team that's like very clean cut.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. I mean, this is the most, I mean, they're overmatched in every way. They don't have the money, number one, that they have with Amazon, right? They I'm trying to think if there's one thing they have. It might be culture. People love the UPS brand. We saw that with our last video. I was surprised at just how many people defend UPS because it's a good company to work for. Everybody was like that. And I think what they see, Anthony, is they look at this and they're like, I hate the fact that we're losing because I love this company. I've worked for it for 20 years. I've been a part of people's lives and making Christmases happen. And you can tell that people genuinely care that work for UPS. Yeah. And then unfortunately what happens is a company like Amazon, which is completely profit-based, they're coming in there and saying, we're going to wipe the floor with you with just better logistics. Our people aren't going to like working here as much, but we're going to get the job done in a better way, more efficiently. And sorry about your luck. And I think those people look at it and they go, damn, that means I might have to go work for something like Amazon. And they don't want to work for Amazon where you are just a number. Nobody wants to do that. It's really indicative, Amazon is, of the kind of companies and how they use people now. It's almost like people have become the new machine when AI is almost like the people. Okay. AI gets all the investment. AI is getting all the promotions. AI is getting all the work. And then there's like, oh, you people over here, work you to the bone. All right. Never stop working. We've entered a time in a way where it's switched roles between people and AI. And now you have the people at the top looking out for the AI and not looking out for the people that they should. Yeah. That's what I see right now. Hey, buddy.
He's just snoring back there.
Hey, can you come here? Come here, Bubba. Folks, if you don't know, we have Griffin, our little Frenchie, who is, I mean, just napping away. I don't know if you can even hear it. Hey, Bubba. I know. He's snoring right behind me. It's a long nap for Griffin. It's a tough day, let me tell you. All right, our next story, everybody. If you haven't heard, nobody goes to the movies anymore, and I assure you it'll be continuing this summer with this D- series of videos that we have coming out. And I say D- generously. Listen to this lineup of big movie releases, Anthony. Toy Story 5, Devil Wears Prada 2, Mortal Kombat 2, Scream 7, Masters of the Universe reboot, a Super Mario cartoon. No idea which one that one is. We have sequel after reboot after 5, 6, 7. Nobody is going to go to the movies and pay $40 to go park in some garage and go into the theater and then pay another $30 for some popcorn and candy and Coke for their kids to go sit there and watch Toy Story 5. I mean, is the kid grown up at this point? I don't even know. How old is this kid now? He must be 35. Like, how many reboots can you do before people actually get original with movies again? I will say, Devil Wears Prada 2, I'm kind of into it. But whatever, okay? I think that movie's going to be good. Sorry. Sandra Bullock, I love her. What everyone's waiting for is the same exact thing. Top Gun 3 to come back again and save theaters. If you own movie theaters, if you're AMC, you're sitting there just waiting for Top Gun because you know that's the only reason people are going to the movie theaters. We read right here, there was something like, well, in the last 5 years, movie theaters have done okay. It's like, I don't know how many millions in sales or whatever. And I'm thinking, yeah, they've done okay because of one movie. One movie people were willing to step out of their houses and go to the theaters for. Top Gun Maverick. That's it. And with this lineup right here, this is going to be a disaster of a summer for all of the theaters out there. If you're a movie theater guy, your franchise, it doesn't matter. You've got to be looking at like Universal Pictures and Paramount going, this is what you give me to work with? I mean, I'd rather go watch Dutton Ranch and Yellowstone on repeat at home than go to watch Mortal Kombat 2.
The thing that's the big problem with these movie theaters right now, or movies out, is that they're not original. Like you were saying, there's all reboots, all remakes. Over the weekend, I saw too, there was this movie called, like, I haven't seen the trailer, but The Back Room.
The Back Room?
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. All I know is that it was a $10 million budget. They made, I think it was like $200 million.
Is that the psychological thriller? Like,
yeah. And it's like 15x their budget. It's crazy, and compared to like all these like Star Wars,
Yep.
didn't do crap in the box office. And it's
Star Wars, man. I mean, talk about this like a series that has just fallen off a cliff. It feels like they just can't come up with anything anymore except just, I don't know, the same story. They're trying. It's like they've gotten to a point where where do we even go from here now? It's all convoluted, in my opinion.
I'm a Star Wars guy, and they just completely, since Disney took over, it was good for a bit, and then they just fell off the bandwagon. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's been bad, and I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to milk that cow. All right, Disney paid a lot of money for the Star Wars franchise, and then Disney went and opened up that big Star Wars hotel they had to shut down.
Oh yeah,
that was a disaster. Because when you're charging $500 a night per room on the low end for that hotel, it's no wonder that families aren't going to show up with their 3 kids, like to get a room that for $750 a night.
And it was insane too, because I think you're stuck in this room for 3 days. Like they're trying to make it like a cruise, but it's like families are coming to Orlando, so expecting they're in vacation of spending all this money to come here, take 3 days and just not go out and do anything, just be in this room or locked area. It's
like a ship.
Yeah, it sounded cool. I won't lie. I would want to do it, but for $500
on the low end, that's what it was. I mean,
for it was insane. And
yeah,
that was back 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when the economy was better. Now it's just I can't even imagine it being open now.
Wonder what they're doing with that space. Like, wonder what happened to that hotel.
Looked cool. I don't know.
Like, I remember seeing all the commercials for it, like the Star Troopers, going through the lobby, and kids are like, I was like, this is going to be kind of cool. I get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Star Wars is falling off a cliff because they just don't. And it's not, the franchise is a great franchise. I'm not knocking it. I mean, you could say it's arguably the best franchise of all time, besides Fast and the Furious, which is obviously number 1. I mean, best of all time. So, I mean, you want to talk about the best of all time. You can have any beer you want, as long as it's a Corona. That kid saved my life. Gosh, man.
Which
Fast and the Furious. Oh, Dominic Toretto.
Vin Diesel.
Oh, my God. Dominic Toretto, of course. Oh, my gosh. I mean, that movie was special in the beginning. That first one changed. Like, how many people put exhaust systems on Hondas after that? Like, that was like the thing there for 5 years. Everybody wanted to be like a street racer after Fast and the Furious.
I have a weird thing with Fast and Furious. I feel like I loved it from the beginning, like the first 5 movies, and now it doesn't make sense. They're in space at one point. They're freaking FBI agents. I'm like, what?
I walked out of that one when I saw them. When that happened, I'm like, I'm done. And I was so pissed off because Vin Diesel bought the franchise, and so. He's got a contract right now that they're going out with the last one, the 12th one. They're going, I think it's 12th. Like, this is the final one coming up. And thank God, I'll give it this much. It looks like they're going to return to some of the old Fast and the Furious. I think they realized how bad it got in the last 2, but they're going to return to LA. Obviously, I don't know if you've heard, Paul Walker will be in this one. They're using his brother and AI to create Paul Walker scenes here. This, in my opinion, will be the first movie that will be a test for AI up close. Okay. Like how well it plays.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, they're using a lot of the reference images and video, which we know a lot about here, how important that is when you're trying to map someone's face and movements from his brother. So watching how his brother walks and all of this stuff and talks and movements of the face, they're trying to get it perfect. And I'm sure they're going to do a fine job being able to tell the story with him in it. I think it's a very unique choice for the writers to have him in it at all. But then again, you've got Vin Diesel, who's a very personal friend, obviously, of Paul Walker. And I think that they're going to try to do justice by him by ending the series at some level with him being a part of it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's him joining at the end where they do a toast with the beers and stuff. I think that that could be special.
Yeah.
But that'll be the real test of AI. Let me tell you.
I found it funny with Vin Diesel's contract with Fast and the Furious. I don't know if you ever seen it. He can never lose. That's in his contract. Any fight he's in, he can never lose.
Oh man, I think there's so many cool fun facts about Fast and the Furious. One of the ones that I always got a kick out of was the contract for beer. So if you look at, I believe it's around number 7. Now, don't hold me to this, like the 7th series or 7th, whatever, yeah, 7th movie in the series. The contract for beer changes from Corona over to Budweiser buys it. And so you'll see on the table at the end of the movie, they no longer have Coronas anymore. They have Amstels, I believe, Amstel Lights.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And so what it is I remember from the first, I always used to quote it when I was in college. You can have any beer you want as long as it's a Corona. All right. That's what he says. Because the kid, Paul Walker, walks in and he goes, you can have any beer you want as long as it's a Corona. And it's Vin Diesel telling him that. And I remember like thinking that is such a great line right there. I'm using that line right there. And then I remember thinking, where are the Coronas at the end of, I want to say Fast and the Furious 7. And you start to see, because they all come together around the table at the end like they normally do. And you've got them holding beers and it's all Amstel Lights because Budweiser bought the rights to it.
Also, sorry about the mic. It might be, you might hear Griffin just snorting.
Snorting through and just putting snot all over your mic right now.
Oh,
Yeah. Just now.
come on.
Yep. You put them up there.
I did.
All right, everybody. We want to turn to the national news that is happening right now over on the West Coast. If you haven't heard, there's a mayoral race that everybody is talking about, and it happened yesterday, Tuesday. LA, everybody. It voted to have its next mayor. Well, actually, this is just the runoff portion of this, but there were some big surprises. If you haven't heard, Karen Bass made it through to the runoff, and it looks like Spencer Pratt, the old MTV movie star, is going to be the Republican nominee to go against Bass in the actual election. He looks to be comfortably in about 30% of the vote as we film this on Tuesday afternoon. It'll be a Bass-Pratt race. And for me, this is something that I never thought I would see. I'll be honest. I never thought I would see a Republican that was going to be in the race for mayor, or surely for a Republican to be even in the race for governor of California. I think it goes to show when people finally get fed up, you can make a change at the voting box. All right. And that's what we're seeing in California. And this race is not going to be decided by anything other than soccer moms. That's it. It's going to be decided by moms who are at home in LA. It's the country's richest city. Everybody knows it. And so these moms who are going to vote are going to decide the election. And if Pratt, who's a good-looking guy, who's well-spoken, can speak to these women, he will win this election. There's a chance here. If he can't, and Bass is able to show up and do the same old play, and they fall for it, then I'm sorry. As the old saying goes, I put it right here. When it comes to democracy, you get what you vote for, and you get it good and hard. And if that's what they decide to vote for over there, then you can expect a lot of the same. I'm telling you, LA could be just so much better. I mean, it's like Orange County or Orlando. I mean, it could be run so much better if you just give a person an opportunity who's like uses some common sense. Like maybe we shouldn't have people shooting up on the streets. Maybe we could do something about like property taxes. These are things that are like normal things that go through people's mind that unless you own a small business or have to actually balance a budget, you never think about. Karen Bass is just going to be another political bureaucrat who's going to sit there and do nothing but drive the city into the ground, run up a budget, and run up a deficit. It's a no-brainer if you're California and if you're LA. You need change, and they're offering it to you on a silver platter. You just have to go vote for it.
I see you as like Spencer Pratt, where it's like with Orlando becoming the mayor, because like he lost his home, and he's like, you know what, I don't like how or LA's doing this, so you know what, he wants to make a change, and I could see you.
You know what? Spencer Pratt lost his home. I lost my bars. Okay. You took away my Dapper Duck and my bars downtown, and I'm not standing for it, Orlando. That's what it is. You're right. I'm going to be the Spencer Pratt of Orlando, except I was not an MTV star. My house did not burn down, but they took away my places to go drinking and enjoy myself. And I'm sick of it, man. So when I look at this right now, I hope that he makes a good running. And if he doesn't win, which I think is a long shot right now, I'd give it, I don't know what Kashi or one of these have the odds at right now, but I'd say I'd give him maybe a 15% shot at being able to pull it off, not because he's not a better candidate, but simply because you've got such an entrenched Democratic mindset out there in LA. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get past that yet. But I think that even the fact that we're going to have a good race right here will bring light to the policy, the misuse of funds, and just the bureaucracy that paralyzes a city like LA and like Orlando. And I hope that we get something really good here that comes out of this. And with Pratt in there, I really like the guy. He's great on camera. He's very good. He doesn't fall for the media BS. I saw an interview with a guy interviewing him about Trump and was asking him, they were like, well, Trump's not endorsing you. What do you think about that? And he just says, why do I care about what Donald Trump does? It makes no effect. It doesn't affect my city at all. And you can tell the guy's pushing, well, you're the Republican and you're that. Well, yeah. And I don't care what he does. He doesn't affect my life. I'm thinking, good for you, man. Don't fall into that divisiveness, because there will be people who hear that and go, well, I can't vote for him now. You don't want to fall for that. But people try to push him down that way, but he understands how this game works. He was an OG talking about, like, The Hills on MTV. Like, before there was reality TV, this was the guy. He was the bad guy on The Hills. And I think that's uniquely placed him in a position where he could actually win this thing because he's good on camera.
I like it too, because he's not. You could tell he's just like, I'm not left, I'm not right. I just want to see the city become better.
Yeah.
And with him being a reality star, this is probably all those bad videos of him. And so it's like they can't make any like political videos and be like, oh, Spencer Pratt with this. He's like, whatever. Who cares?
And I think people more and more, especially people that are my age, I'm 39 years old, begin to understand now that we live in an age where if you're a little bit younger than me or my age, you're in your early 40s, there's a lot of cell phone content out there of you probably. As I'm considering running for the whole mayor thing, we have people that come in. I think, man, what kind of cell phone videos are out there of me? Probably some stuff that's not very good. All right. We all have a past. Spencer Pratt did a reality TV show. Okay. You want to tell me out there in LA, that's the worst thing? I mean, I think we're pretty clear that if that's the line, then half of LA is out. All right. From everything I can gather, the guy is actually just somebody who gives a crap, had his house burned down, and wants to make a change and says, hey, I'm going to throw my name in the hat here and take all the heat that comes with it. I don't think it's very popular for him to do this. Good luck. You're the Republican candidate in LA. Yeah, that's exactly who you want to be. Not. But he's doing it because I think he genuinely wants to make a change. And I can appreciate that. Listen, you take away my bars, you might just force me to go out there and do something. So very interested to see how this one goes in the months to come right now. I don't know how the general election works out in California, but let's just say the next 30 days, I think, are going to be a lot of fun to watch some of the political ads that are going to be going down out there. Yeah. Our last story of the day is one that just shocked me. Are you ready for this, Anthony? Guess who is going to be, or might be, the richest musician in history right around the corner? It's going to surprise you. Folks, it's Garth Brooks. Yeah, Garth Brooks, the country music artist. He might become the richest musician of all time. I know, very tough to believe. Let me explain. He may cash in soon on close to a $2 billion deal. He is looking to sell his music catalog, and he is not the first singer to do this, but he is worth more, according to the Wall Street Journal. Now, Bruce Springsteen, he sold his whole catalog for about $500 million. Yeah, $500 million back in 2021. You also have had people that have sold theirs for close to $1 billion before. I think Michael Jackson sold part of his for about $500 million. And when I look at this, I think to myself, what a beautiful move. All right. His songs are freaking hits. And this is a moneymaker if somebody's willing to invest in this. People love Garth Brooks 90s and early 2000s. I looked at this. I mean, Friends in Low Places. I don't know if every wedding plays that song, but just about every wedding plays that song. I mean, it's a popular one. Every bar, country bar, every bar you walk into will play Garth Brooks for the rest of time if it's a country bar. It's just one of those things that in the 90s, he was that era. I mean, what is it? Colin Baton Rouge. I mean, whoo, The man could put on a show. I've got The Dance. That'll make you cry if tomorrow never comes. Another great one. See here, The Thunder Rolls, The River. There are so many great songs by him. He sells his entire catalog right now, becomes a multi-billionaire overnight, and he could surpass Taylor Swift, Beyonce, who right now holds the #1 spot. I think she's worth over $1 billion, but this guy's music is worth a lot because he's got a great fan base and he's got that country twang that people are nostalgic for. And you've got this demographic right now between 35 and 55 that actually have some disposable income, and they love the good old days. And the good old days are Garth Brooks music. Sorry, the good old days are Garth Brooks music. Can I say this? The good old days are Garth Brooks music. That's what it is. And everybody knows it. So $2 billion, Anthony, for the rights to all of Garth Brooks music. That's what people are thinking about paying.
I'm wondering if he's gonna do like one of those mockumentaries, or because like I've seen like the Michael Jackson one and Queen. So it's like a lot of them when they sold it, they made.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. You're right. Freddie Mercury. That was one. Yeah. That's very interesting. That would be a really interesting story. Garth Brooks. I don't know if he's still married. I wonder if he's still married to Trisha Yearwood. I don't know that. I don't know the answer to that, but I did read, by the way, that he is involved in a sexual assault case right now. Oh. And it's a civil case, in fact, from a hotel dating back to 2019. Brooks denies it. Days before her suit, he filed his own case, calling it an attempt to extort money from him. Right now, it is a civil case, not a criminal case. So it is about money and it's about damages. I am sure that he will be wrapping this up before he does any deal. No way that this is going down before he wraps up that civil case. God forbid he was to lose that and she take him for for that money. I'm Garth Brooks. I want to get this settled and taken care of before I'm selling the rights to any of my music.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know that. And then I don't know if you've seen it, but who is the comedian who does this, the Where the Bodies for Garth Brooks? Tell me this one. It's a comedian joke about Garth Brooks. Come on, Patrick. And then we'll end with this. It's one of the popular ones that everyone watches. This was like a huge deal. He couldn't, like, he really hated it.
Is it Tom
Segura?
Yeah.
So Tom Segura did this whole thing about he started tracking missing persons, and then he started looking at Garth Brooks concerts, and he found like this weird connection between like Garth Brooks and like missing people in a city. And so he started like doing this whole like where's the bodies thing. And people were showing up to like Garth Brooks concerts with big signs like where are the bodies? So it turned into this whole thing, and he really did not like it. Like it was like this big, like he was pissed about it. And I was thinking to myself, if I'm his publicist, what a terrible move. You got to like go all in on it.
Yeah.
When you don't, it kind of looks weird when you get really pissed off about it. But it was Tom Segura, where are the bodies, or where did you bury the bodies? Something like that. But that was hilarious right there. But that's what we got going on today, everybody. Orange County Public Schools, of course, kids are flooding out of the county because, well, nobody wants to be here. We've got UPS about to lose to Amazon. They just don't know it. Movies are coming out this summer. Nobody's going to go to. We've got Garth Brooks, of course, and then the other story that I'm missing, which was run before. Oh, the election out there in LA. Best of luck to Spencer Pratt. I hope that they can do something to make some change out there in LA. Got anything else, Anthony?
Nope, I think that's about it.
All right, well, let's get back to work here. We got a business to run. So thanks, everybody, for joining us here on the Patrick Carr Show. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.